I always thought my relationship with Sarah was perfect. We had been together for 3 years, and I truly believed she was the love of my life. She was kind, funny, and made me feel like the luckiest guy in the world. But as they say, love makes you blind. Looking back, there were signs, small things I ignored, convincing myself that I was just overthinking. Sarah started spending more time on her phone, always smiling at messages, but never letting me see them. She would turn the screen away when I walked into the room, something she never did before. I remember laughing it off, thinking maybe she was planning a surprise for me. Then, her schedule changed. She suddenly had late work meetings, last-minute plans with friends I had never heard of, and nights when she wouldn't answer my calls until hours later. I trusted her, so I didn't push. But deep down, something felt off. Then one night, everything changed. I had just finished a late shift at work, exhausted, ready to go home and crash. My phone buzzed. It was a message from an unknown number. "You should check out the bar on 5th Street. Your girl is here, and she's not alone." My heart dropped. I stared at the screen, my mind racing. At first, I thought it was a prank, maybe a wrong number, but then I felt it. That gut-wrenching instinct telling me that this was real. I jumped in my car and drove straight to the bar. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel. 100 thoughts ran through my head. What if it's a misunderstanding? What if she's really just with friends? What if she's not? I walked in, my pulse pounding. The bar was dimly lit, crowded, loud. And then I saw her, Sarah, sitting at a small corner table, leaning in close, laughing, touching the arm of another man. But it wasn't just any man. It was Jake, my co-worker, the same guy I had lunch with every day, the guy I invited to my house, the guy I trusted. I felt sick. My whole world shattered in that moment. But instead of storming in, I pulled out my phone and recorded a short video. I needed proof. I needed to see it with my own eyes. I watched as they whispered to each other, her hand brushing over his. Then he leaned in. Their faces were inches apart. That was it. I had seen enough. I walked up to the table, my body tense. Sarah's face went pale the moment she saw me. Jake looked up, frozen. "What the hell is this?" I asked, my voice shaking. Sarah opened her mouth, then closed it, her mind scrambling for an excuse. But the look in her eyes said it all. Jake had the audacity to stand up and say, "Dude, it's not what it looks like." I laughed, a bitter, hollow laugh. "Not what it looks like?" I repeated. "So you weren't about to kiss my girlfriend?" Silence. I turned to Sarah. "How long?" She looked away. That was all the answer I needed. I felt a mix of anger, pain, and disbelief. I wanted to scream, to break something, but instead I just stood there, staring at the woman I thought I knew. Without another word, I turned around and walked out. Sarah called after me, but I didn't stop. That night, I packed my things and moved out of our apartment. She called, she texted, she even showed up at my door. I ignored her. The worst part? The next day at work, Jake acted like nothing happened. He walked in, laughing, joking, like we were still friends. That's when I decided to expose them. I posted the video online, along with a simple message: never trust the ones closest to you. It went viral. Hundreds of people commented, sharing their own betrayal stories. Some said, "I did the right thing." Others said, "I should have just walked away." But in the end, I got the closure I needed. If you ever feel like something is off in your relationship, trust your gut. I ignored the signs for too long, but not anymore.